What's happening, Trips?
What's happening? Peeps is what you're supposed to say, Jack.
What's happening, Trips, anyway? Episode 9 of the podcast.
Episode 9.
Obviously, the Every Other Saturday podcast. So, how's your week been?
Aye, mate, my week's been good because obviously Rangers have been playing positive football, mate.
Yeah, Rangers have been playing positive football. A lot of good stuff going down in the football world, but in terms of life, last week couldn't be each other. Obviously, due to lockdown and all that. Again,
Lockdown is happening, mate.
But
it's not
again,
TNA pay-per-view, by the way.
Fuck TNA.
Aye, I don't even know why we're talking. Let's go on.
Aye, so obviously restrictions and all that caused us to do it over the phone last week. Sounded pretty good though.
It sounded alright, mate.
Alright, but better to be back in person again.
Exactly, mate. Face to face, as you said.
Yeah, getting the ball rolling as always. So we go into the game at the weekend then. Just straight into Rangers v
Motherwell.
Because obviously there's a lot to talk about, a lot of positive football being played, goals have been scored.
A certain player to talk about.
Moments have been happening all that game, so obviously both watched it.
Your thoughts, Jack? Your thoughts on the Rangers Motherwell game, man?
For me, didn't really seemed more like a training session.
I would say so.
Watching that game, I'm like, we talk about all the time, Rangers to be like 1-2, even 3-0 up in the first half away from home is like unheard of. And even Motherwell is a tough place to go to at the best of times. But maybe their European run had a bit of effect on that.
You're right. I heard the pundits talking about what's his name? That boy that played with Motherwell. Fuck, I forgot his name now.
Stephen Craigan.
No, fucking.
Some Motherwell pundit I know.
I can't remember his name, but he said, Motherwell chose to stay overnight after the game in Europe.
Oh, did they really?
Aye, so apparently that was supposed to help the recovery time. It didn't look like it. It looked more like a fucking training session for Rangers. But
I mean, they haven't really started the season that well, Motherwell.
I know people were going on about obviously them beating Aberdeen.
Aye, obviously they beat Aberdeen 3-0 away from home. So if anybody does that, I mean, look, they're obviously playing all right. And then Hapoel Beersheva happens, another 3-0 loss, and then you're saying the extended recovery times and all that couldn't have benefited them. Motherwell, who don't really play in Europe ever, they've not got the squad for Europe.
No, they've definitely not got the squad for Europe, let alone.
So most of these players playing 2 games in the space of three days, pretty much. And obviously that takes its toll, but at the end of the day, Rangers had to still come out and perform.
No, still had to come out and perform and continue.
Because, I mean, we're looking at that for last Sunday's game at Hibs, not really been the most positive with that performance, coming off of a draw when we should really be winning. And you're looking at it, Motherwell, is this another sticky game? We're going to get maybe a point beat even. But at the end of the day, it wasn't even like that. It was just Rangers from minute one dominated
the game, man. Just took over and just really showed a lot. I was impressed with the performance, obviously, during the week in Europe. McGregor keeping his place in the team, which was, I think, you couldn't really argue with, could you, really?
It's a good thing you actually have at the club now. Obviously, you had Wes Foderingham, you had Al McGregor last season, but you're looking at Foderingham, he's like a reliable second option. You always want to have McGregor fit, whereas you're looking at the 2 keepers now, you're like, both of them I'd be happy, like, one plays one game, one plays the other, but it's going to, I think McGregor's kind of, obviously we talked about McLaughlin a lot with these clean sheets and all that, but a good signing to have played well, but McGregor, you can't.
No, you can't.
Even at his older age now.
Exactly, you can't. He obviously is still the number 1 keeper for myself. Like, nothing against obviously Hing that's been playing, but I definitely just feel like Al McGregor's just went alright, cool. I don't know. I think it's one of the things where McGregor's probably. I don't think he is, but it's just one of the things I think if I was in that position where you've got like competition, where you think to yourself, right, alright, I'm going to show you that I'm not past it. I'm still the number 1 keeper around here, so I pick up McGregor.
Definitely, they're both. McGregor's a great shot stopper. He's a great.
Got
great reactions, man. A great keeper, but the one thing McLaughlin pips him on for me is just his footwork.
His footwork.
For me, that seems what Gerrard
wants, but it's a modern day keeper, isn't it? It's a modern day goalkeeper. They've got to be good with the ball at their feet and all.
That's probably. I was speaking to my dad about that, and that I was like, how did Al McGregor never play with a top 4 English? English team, because he's, for me, unbelievable keeper even for years and years. For him not playing with a bigger team than he ever did in like England and that, but it's probably down to he's not the best with the ball at his feet, which a lot of these clubs demand. So
it doesn't really matter because he plays with Rangers.
It doesn't really matter, but
he plays with Glasgow Rangers.
That was just a thought I had on my
mind. No, exactly. As I thought that you definitely could have. The link-up play for Rangers as well, by the way, was impressive. I thought it was very, very complete opposites. Like last time, it was sloppy passing. It was
shat it a bit.
Sideways passing, as we say, and
definitely shat it a bit of that last week. Nothing like we've ever seen for Rangers this season so far against that Hibs game. Hibs, it's not as if they even dominated the game or anything. Like they had their spells, but Rangers throughout mostly dominated that. But it was similar to like as you say, slack passing, like bad decision making with the goal. Obviously with Goldson, like that played into the party, and obviously it didn't happen this week, which I hope it never happens again, as we said last week.
You hope it doesn't happen. It's just the confidence they've obviously took for Europe, you know what I mean? Like, people were bigging up that team, and then Rangers have just went over there and fucking just schooled them, really, you know what I mean?
You even look at that, like, McGregor did save us on a load of occasions.
But that's McGregor for you, innit, man? Like,
exactly, he does that for you.
He's done that so many, since he's been fucking hanging back with us, like, in Europe, saved us countless, so many times, man, but...
so it was actually a great moment to have that European game after such a negative result in the league, get back in. That, as you say, this team have been bigged up by everybody. It's not going to be an easy game. I didn't think it would be an easy game.
No, it is a game.
But then we go over and beat them 4-0. It's like it just shows like, for me, Steven Gerrard's like record, his mentality in Europe, like really, really great record.
Ruthless, mate. I'll never forget when we first got, like, when Gerrard was announced as a manager, man, and then obviously, like, the lads at Weird Pals are Celtic fans, and like, he's struggling, like, at fucking under 16s, like, he's drawing and all that. No. And then, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean, everyone thought he would just come up here and fucking, he's going to hang with, you know what I mean, usual part of the Celtic fans. But
it was a lot of, like, even with Mikel Arteta, with Frank
Lampard. I won't even lie, mate, I didn't expect, like, Gerrard to come up and be, like, hang with as he's been, like, even though I know there's not been any trophies yet. But just the way that how the team plays sometimes, like in this game, Motherwell, obviously the Motherwell game, but just our runs and our records, like in Europe, you know what I mean, going unbeaten for so long and all that kind of stuff, man. It's impressive.
It's stuff I wouldn't have seen it under like a Pedro Caixinha, a Mark Warburton, for instance. Like, I didn't imagine this even coming from Steven Gerrard, but like even for that first season, getting into the Europa League the way we did for all these qualifiers and repeating it over the second year, and again have the chance to do it this year, is just if we make Europe 3 years in a row for qualifying, it's an unbelievable achievement, because it's such a hard thing to do, play that amount of games at the very start of the season to get into the competition. So obviously Steven Gerrard gets his plaudits, and he also got this game right at the weekend as well. Team lineup, as you say, McGregor was back in. Was there anybody else in? I think it was most of the same team, wasn't it?
No, I think there's this guy called Jordan Jones who came out of the bushes and played a game of football.
Of course, we were talking about him last week. Seen him feature on the bench for the first time in God knows how long. Crying out for that bit of pace on the wings, which you've got provided to you with Jones because he's rapid. But Gerrard obviously didn't want to trust him.
I don't know what's happened. Like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Obviously, what's happened to him. It's on in the training park what happened. I don't really care. He came on, Motherwell, man, and just showed the quality that he's got. You know what I mean? That goal.
I mean, for the link-up play with Arfield and Morelos, the pass was perfect.
Yeah, beautiful pass.
Jones runs onto it with his killer pace, and what a finish, you know.
No, it was a tremendous finish.
It's not an easy finish to make. And he done it with ease, and obviously with the celebration, he's exuberant about it. He's look, I'm in this squad for a reason. I'm not just
exactly. I just hope he gets a proper run now. He's got to get a proper run now.
When you look at it, fair options, because Gerrard doesn't look like we're going to sign a winger. With Brandon Barker injured, Kent being your left-sided winger all the time, you've got Jordan Jones there, and he's never been utilised, whereas Brandon Barker's been sort of in and out of the team all season.
Jones is 100% a better player.
And Jones, for me, 100% better. Well, I wouldn't even need to debate that for me. Like, don't rate Brandon Barker at all, and I don't know why he's ever been ahead of Jones. But
Jones.
apparently, he's a lot of people say he trains well, but he's not doing it in the 90 minutes of the game he's been given. So I don't understand that. But me and you both crying out for Jordan Jones, as we're a lot of fans. Pleased to see him obviously starting the game and making such an impact he did. And I expect him now to play on Thursday as well. And maybe even at the weekend.
Exactly. Well, I just hope he gets a run in the team, man, because he deserves it. The boys, he's been more than patient. He's sat there and he's probably took shite. You know what I mean? We don't know what's happened, if you say, but I'm happy for him to get, especially with that goal, man. It was such a tremendous goal for your first goal.
Unbelievable goal.
I know it was, and Arfield's pass, by the way, was tremendous, as we were saying there. Tav's penalties.
Tav's penalties.
Never lets you down with a penalty, does that boy? Well, I mean, he
has a couple of times.
He has a couple of times, but
we won't talk about that.
No, we won't talk about that.
Another one who we heavily criticised last week, being that he just didn't look like himself.
I know,
and he didn't at all. But really, no sort of threat. He was kind of pussyfooting about everyone, if you want to say that. You get that inconsistency sometimes with Tavernier, but for kicking on here and for the game on Thursday, I mean, hopefully that's the Tavernier we see every week.
Exactly. Leading by example on the park, it's the captain.
Exactly. 2 penalties.
Both are penalties.
Dispatched perfectly. And obviously we'll talk about those penalties right now. So your first one, it's a cross in for Calvin Bassey, and it's Mugabe who hits his arm. But it's been said that it couldn't be a penalty because he's moving his arm back into his body and it hits it as he's trying to do that, but it still hits his hand at the end of the day.
Either way, it's a penalty. I don't really care it's a penalty.
And that's obviously been the biggest talking point of the weekend, being this new rule that we've got in football where if the ball hits your hand, it's a penalty. I'm not actually glued up on the actual specifics yet.
We're not glued up specifics. We're not, and as I say,
but I hope it's not a rule that sticks about for too long because it's idiotic.
No, it is idiotic, man.
We'll get to it, but the first one, if going by that new rule, it has to be a penalty then, and then the second one coming in at force for a corner, guys get his arm up, sort of over his face, it hits it, and another penalty is given. So for me, looking back on it, like, they're harsh, but with the new rule, they're given. It's a penalty.
It is what it is, mate.
Obviously, you had that dobber, Michael Stewart, on Sports Scene talking about
it. He's just a fucking cunt, man.
Said none of them were penalties, but he's just a fucking field trialist at the end of the day. So
exactly,
the less said about him, the better.
Exactly.
But obviously the penalty shouts. We had one for Motherwell, Kamara and Alan Campbell.
I think that one out of the other one's a penalty for myself.
I nudged to the back, but on another day could have been given, could have changed the game a lot, because if they score there, it's one each. But
the Hollander one for me, that boy should have been booked for diving.
Yeah, it was a good tackle. Tony Watts basically just he's trying to kick the ball when Hollanders came through and tackled him, and that's it.
He's a dirty wee bastard, that guy. Yes, man.
And then so we go in at half time, 3-0 up.
Cruising.
Absolutely getting my tanking. Came back out, and it's that similar second half you sort of see where Rangers are just foot off the gas. Game's won pretty much. And then the introduction of the Swiss superhero, big Cedric Itten.
Mate, I don't... Honestly, the goal itself is beautiful, but see the touch before he hits it. The way the ball hangs, that is so important. My God, man.
It's just another assist for Arfield as well, if you want to talk about that.
Exactly.
And then exactly the way he sets himself up, it's not a hard, an easy goal to score. Sorry, and then for that to be your first, I mean,
exactly,
great stuff.
I mean, before Hangways we were talking about that, obviously those Rangers fans were sort of getting on his back a bit for no.
Because he
shut the bastards up now, didn't he? Because honestly, he's put the ball in the net twice in the game, get himself a real striker's goal. He was in there for the second one, obviously. First goal is beautiful, man. The play leading up to it, and then the touch before he hits it and buries it. Just a beautiful, beautiful goal, man. And I hope the big man starts kicking on now.
Nah, so do I.
I hope he's
put himself in that debate now with obviously when Roof comes back, Morelos, Defoe, all of them are fighting to be starters. Exactly. So he's put himself right up there again, and I think he's played about 6 or 7 games. He started one of them. That's his first 2 goals. He's not really been given a out shot yet.
100%.
So that's still to come, but encouraging, obviously, at the weekend with these 2 goals, and hopefully he just keeps scoring, because he looks like that type after he gets a couple of goals, he'll just not stop scoring. So I'm impressed with him. I was really, really happy, over the moon for him and Jordan Jones at the weekend. Just guys that I've wanted to see succeeding. So
you want to see everyone, you know what I mean, be given a fair shake. And so I just don't think Jones, obviously, he's been given a fair shake. Now I hope he can take the opportunity that he's got. You know
it's obviously down to himself.
The fans are backing him for the large part.
Everybody's behind him. The manager's now behind him.
He's now behind him. So I just
down to him now.
Exactly, 100%. But I think one thing for myself, I noticed throughout this game was just the fact that Rangers can actually play, you know what I mean, beautiful football 1 minute, and then the next minute, we have games like Hibs, and you're thinking to yourself, I just fucking hope we don't, the next game we have, we just don't turn, I think we're on a momentum sort of kind of thing, obviously, because
season started very positively,
very positive, but
no losses, but it's the drop points that kill you.
Exactly, that's what I want about, man. As you said to me, that fucking Hibs game could be a kind of game that costs you the fucking title, you know what I mean? I want to go on about it, but no, this game was positive, man. It was such a positive, dominant performance.
It's the way you want to come back to league action.
Exactly, and I think we needed that game during the week to just sort of motivate us again.
I think it's I'm not saying the Rangers players are going to be like, oh, we drew, who cares? Are we out?
No, I don't think it is. I just think
it's a team now that I think dwell on these kind of results and be like, look, we need to put this right. And I think the manager instills that into them as well. Look, we're one to be winners. This is a point dropped. Yes, we didn't lose the game, but it's one we'll still need to learn from and kick on.
See, the thing that I've noticed for this team with Gerrard is, see the games that were like the European games, like the game we had during the week, where obviously everyone's hyping up the opposition.
Mm-hmm.
We end up just turning up and just playing a great game. But then whenever these fucking hyping us up, sometimes I feel we crumble. You know what I mean?
It's still a problem with that kind of pressure factor, that it's still there. Because obviously you're looking at that Hibs game last week and you're like, this is the first sort of proper decent team we faced in the league. Obviously away from home now. It's obviously going to be a tough game, and then not delivering after Rangers apparently with this big record and they've won all these games all season and all that kind of thing. It's on their back, and then they know they need to win, and then when they don't deliver, the fans are obviously disappointed. But I just think there's a whole different mentality about it now, because maybe our Rangers team last season, the season before, come off that Hibs result, and then that's just the start of the downward spiral, a couple of bad results. But he come into a game against Motherwell away from home, be 5-0 up at one point, a fucking big fridge. He didn't he?
No, honestly, I know it was an own goal, but I bust out fucking laughing, man.
It was comical on goal, man.
No, it was hilarious.
See the way it hits off your seed, man.
And then McGregor fucking probably getting him.
McGregor will be in that locker room, by the way, beating lumps at him. Fucking big angry master, man.
No.
But apparently that's really the only negative to take away for the game, that we didn't get the clean sheet, but it's not really a big deal.
Mate, as you said, man, just felt like a training session. You know what I mean? It felt like a friendly or something.
It did.
You know what I mean?
I wasn't expecting it to be that easy as well.
Exactly. But that's what I'm on about. Motherwell are just they're one of the teams, man.
They're hatchetmen. They're out to hurt you more than they are to win the game.
Exactly.
So, I didn't see much of that, but
there's not much more you can say in the game. Look, it was a positive game. Beautiful stuff we played throughout it. Happy Jordan Jones got himself a goal, and he got to, you know what I mean, play a large part of the game. I just think it was a positive game, and I know we're talking about Jones, but another man on that park impressed me at the left back position.
Also getting his league, not his league debut, but his first start in the league. Calvin Bassey.
He just, for me, he offers something that Barris, I think he's just a lot more defensive minded than Barris, but he can do both.
He can do both, aye.
And I think he's really going to give Barris such a competition this season for that. That's what I'm on about. We're talking about McGregor. Competition there. There's a competition at the left back position for myself.
I mean, because you're looking back at that last season, being the only sort of left back close to Barris was just John Flanagan at the time, but John Flanagan's just that guy where he offers you nothing going forward, but he offers you a hard man at the back, if you say.
Aye.
Whereas now, the modern day fullback, as Tavernier and Barisic show, is what we want
the
to play like. They're bombing
forward,
forward, creating goals and scoring
extra
goals.
wide, man.
So I've got no question that Calvin Bassey is going to be in there, and he's going to be in and about Barisic all season.
It should be, man. He looks like a top player. He looks like a really top player. I'm happy that
it's a good pick out for the management team.
To pick up somebody like that.
Because I'd never heard him before.
No, I don't. None of his heard him, obviously, but
and I didn't think he was going to be in the first team. I thought he was going to be a youth team kind of player.
Well, that's what I thought anyway, mate. But he's just what he can, like, as we said with that goal. Obviously, I hate to keep going back to the Hibs game, but Barris is like too much fucking time and to get that boy in the ball. This boy he looks like the real deal. He looks proper. You know what I mean? He looks like he can do both sides of the game. And for myself, that's important, man.
Especially he's only 20-year-old and all.
Exactly.
So it's encouraging for us to have a sort of player on their hands that can grow and hopefully.
Exactly. And he's not. That's what I'm saying. Is he's not afraid to do. You know what I mean? The defensive work, get the ball, and then just go bombing for. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people nowadays in football, you know what I mean, it's all about attacking. That's, you know what I mean, that's the Pep Guardiola sort of style. You notice that everybody nowadays plays out for the back.
That's true, aye.
Everybody plays out for the fucking back. Remember the old days when you get a good proper game of football?
No.
You know what I mean, when midfielders would actually drive it and then take a shot, you know what I mean? Instead it's
all free play now,
exactly, you know what I mean? It does my head in sometimes, man.
But that's all you've got to really say in the game. If we go on to our player ratings now, obviously starting to go on McGregor.
Yeah, what you getting him?
9, just because he didn't get a clean sheet, but it wasn't his fault.
Aye, with that game.
Just for that.
He didn't have any day, did he?
I can't actually remember.
Nah, he should have brought a packed lunchbox for him.
They hurt the bar, did they know?
Aye, with a free kick. I don't even really think he needed to go for it, by the way. I think he was just taking off the bar anyway. I think he just went to cover himself. But
he didn't have much to do.
He should have brought his cranes and a packed lunch, mate. He had nothing to do.
Just deck chair sitting the line. But,
exactly.
Nothing much to do. Al McGregor played alright.
Tav, what you getting Tav?
Tav has to be a 10, surely.
10, 100% a 10, man. Solid performance for him.
And then last week we obviously gave him a 5.
Aye.
And getting back up to a 10, obviously.
Aye, you get himself a wee 5. Extra 5 brownie points.
2 goals, and that takes it me 4 goals and 3 assists for the season, which is, for a right back, still even very impressive for me.
Aye.
Even though they're for the penalty spot, he's still dispatching them. He's scoring goals for the club.
Yes. His stats are incredible, by the way, for the club. Honestly.
Aye. Even though he started off in the Championship, one season, and he's played all of them in the top flight. For those many stats, goals and assists.
Mate, that's what I'm on. But you expect that to be like a leap forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's unreal. Honestly, his stats are amazing. He keeps adding it. So long may that continue.
Exactly.
A 10 for you as well. Aye.
He's a 10 for me, 100%, mate. Connor Goldson.
Much improved for the
100%.
weekend. Obviously, gave away the goal against Hibs. Looks like he did before that game happened.
It looks like he's just.
I think Goldson's another one that gets a 10 for me.
I think I'd say he gets a 10 or no, man. I think the defence really is just. I don't think him in the game put a bad foot forward, really.
No, this is one of the first games I can remember. I can't really pick a player that played atrocious. Goldson, full marks. Philip Hollander went off at 60 minutes, replaced with Leon Balogun, but for the time he was on the field, what do you give him?
I give him a 9.
Give him a 9.
I'll give him a 9.
What did Hollander do wrong for you?
Not that he did anything wrong, mate. I don't know, man. We could easily just be like, look, if he's a 10, let's move on. But I don't know. I'll give him a 9 for.
I'll give you a 9 and all.
Let's just be awkward, mate. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give.
Because he only played 60 minutes.
I'm going to give Davis a 4. Do you know why? Because he played in Norwich.
And then the man we'll talk about, Calvin Bassey at left back, debut.
I give him a.
Can't he do any better than that? Surely.
No. I think all the defence, mate. I think it's just all a 10, mate. I'll give it a 10. Fuck it. If he's a 10, all right, let's move. No, I think he's just for a top. You know what I mean? Performance, man. Especially he's only 20. He's young. You know what I mean? I know you would. Like you say that, he's 20, he's only young, man, but you look at Trent and Norris, and they're all busting at that age, to get into the teams, and play first team football. So no, I would
impressive
debut, man.
Defence pretty much immaculate, bar George Edmondson, but we won't talk about him.
Well, aye.
Then going into your midfield, Stephen Davis.
I give Davis a 10 I think
Davis
is proving us wrong, by the way. We were slating him at the Hangman and all that, but Davis is actually he's rolling back the years with some of these performances, man.
I mean, even some of the see the bus into the box and the pace he was showing in this kind of game, I'm like,
what the fuck's that been?
Like, Davis, what happened?
I know. I think he listened to this podcast, mate, and he thought,
these
fuckers, I'm going to prove them wrong.
That's exactly probably what it is. But Davis played well, and he has been playing well since we slated him.
Since we've been slating. So long may that continue, Davis, if I have to keep slating you to get top performances out of you.
Davis, for me, I guess a 10. The middle of the park also, Glenn Kamara.
Guess I'll give him a 9, do you know why?
Why?
Because I just feel like getting Glenn Kamara night. No, I'll give the midfield solid, mate. That's what I'm on about. It was a training game, man.
There's not much you can really pick out because Motherwell didn't cause you much problems.
Didn't cause any problems, man.
Glenn Kamara, though, it's just a raw one. Like, it's hard to not rate every 10.
That's what I'm on about.
It's so hard.
I'll tell you what, I say Motherwell did thing because see when they brought that Dutch boy on, what's his name?
Sherwin Seedorf. What a name, by the way.
I know. He looked like a fucking proper, like the way he was running it and all
that. He looked alright, by the way.
That corner was alright for him. That corner that fucking led to fucking Hingway scoring the own goal, but that's actually a belter. I'm actually honestly just thinking that and trying hard not to burst out laughing because actually the own goal, mate, just the way it comes at his head and he knows he's like, fuck. But no, he's
been on the par for 2 minutes, I know.
Exactly.
He's the way to go. Obviously, Kamara and Davis both playing as good as we would want them to play. So 10s, and then Scott Arfield, for me, my man in the match.
Man in the match, man. Honestly,
2 assists also. Another guy who we weren't really. I don't think many Rangers fans seen him being such a mainstay in the team, being such an important player, but he's shown his qualities.
But he can be like, that's what I'm on about. Remember he went, what was it, international duty? Like he was playing class for us and all that, and then he went to play for Canada, and then he came back, and then after that, I think it was he sort of had a bad spell or something. I can't remember, but he's playing top-notch football anyway. That's all I'll say.
Unbelievable football, Arfield, honestly. Keep it up, mate, because honestly, on this form, I joy to watch.
Definitely, man. The passing for your man is just tremendous.
2 assists and all. Like, adding numbers to your game is
goals and assists to his game, man.
Such a big thing for a midfielder, and we're obviously wanting him to be that sort of advancing attacking midfielder, and I'm just very happy with it.
No, I'm extremely happy with it, man. And
if I could give him a higher rating than 10, I would, honestly. That's how great I thought he played this game.
Well, I mean, there's no rules to this, mate. No, we stick to 10, obviously. We stick to 10. It's a bit stupid, obviously, hang me, but no, everyone for me is a 10.
Left side, Ryan Kent. Don't know, didn't see much for Kent.
I know, I didn't see much for Kent. And
not what we expect to see anyway for Kent. Kent's the only one gets an 8, maybe.
I don't know, maybe it's because he's getting all this talk in England call up and all this part, so...
Gerald will just need to sit him down again and be like, right...
Listen, you're not going to fucking play for England.
Get your head screwed on, mate. Get back to the...
No, I think he's fine, mate. I don't know, I think it's one of the games where...
Nah, it's just one of them. He faded in and out.
It was a team performance, mate. It wasn't an individual performance this game. It was a team performance.
That was true, because obviously most of the games you see Kent in, it's like
individual brilliance, man. Like,
but I just don't know. I'd give him an 8. He played alright, but faded in and out too much for me. Not really that sort of moment you expect for Kent. So.
It was more about Jordan Jones, wasn't it?
It was more about the man on the right hand side, obviously grabbing his debut goal, playing well. For the first start and however many
I don't even remember the last game that when he get red carded.
Oh, he get red carded against Celtic, but he get brung on. I genuinely don't know when he started a football game in the league. Anyway, he started against I think it was Stranraer in January in the cup. Didn't impress there at all.
Aye.
But
I can't honestly remember when.
It was like easy a year ago anyway. It was before that. It might have even been the leg.
When the Titanic went down when Jordan Jones last played his game for Rangers.
But obviously gets his goal, impresses, should be in the team next week, should be in the team for the midweek game. So
no, it was impressive.
It's what you're wanting, obviously. Seems like a new signing, honestly.
It feels like a new signing, mate, to be honest. Like, just he's been. I mean, that goal, mate. I know we're going to hang me, but the way it
Just
fucking
that
thudded,
goal.
man, it was
That
tremendous.
goal was all. I can't really rate Jones any higher.
And as we've been talking about, I know, like, we're wanting to bring fucking try and sign somebody for that side of the fucking park.
Exactly.
That's what I was really wanting to talk about with you today, man. Is like, obviously you said since Candace left the club, like there's nobody, like we've not replaced him. So I think, I don't know, man, if Jones could keep the form up and keep the positive performances up, he maybe could be that.
He could be that guy, exactly, because you look at back in the day, it's just a couple of seasons ago, always been a hole in the team for me.
Yeah.
Like putting even Jordan Jones isn't a right winger. He's predominantly left-sided, but you're not going to. You're always going to have Kent on the left, and then trying to play Aribo and Haji out there, it's just never worked.
Not going to work.
And you're needing that right winger who's going to score you goals, create you goals, and put you in a shift. Candace was that guy, and he was probably a bigger loss than we thought at the time.
He was a massive loss, man. He's worked great. Just he would chase Everton, you know what I mean? Like,
so just one that always kind of was like a bit sour with me, the fact that we've not actually brought MD in.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really hoping Jordan Jones can be that guy. I hope he's got his head screwed on,
man, and he can go forward.
He's not a wee dafty about it, and because he's got a real good chance here to
exactly
stay in this team. So, Jones for me gets a 10.
Gets a 10 for you, mate. Gets a 10 for me, you know. It's a 10 for Len Goodman. No, my Jones. I guess a 10 for you, mate.
And then leading the line, obviously, Alfredo Morelos.
Morelos gets a 10 for me when he decides to fucking on a haircut, mate, because
every week we'll talk about that.
I know, man, it's just annoying to look at. Like, fuck me, guys like me can't have fucking one haircut. You know what I mean? That cunt can have two, and fucking, I don't know, man. He needs to shave that head, man. I just keep thinking about it, man. Like, seem to lie awake at night, I'm like, Morelos, shave your head, mate.
It's just one of them, isn't it?
No, it is.
Even his wee lassie's fucking the same haircut as him now. Aye. She's what 1 year old already. Looks a wee angry one.
Aye, fuck's sake.
But in terms of his performance at the weekend, Morelos played a game that I've wanted to see from Morelos, even when he doesn't score. I'm giving him a 10 because his link-up play, just the way he was bringing players into the game,
and that's what I'm on about. That's the Kemar Roof, mate. That's the Kemar Roof effect. You know what I mean?
Aye. So for me, even Morelos, if he didn't score,
no, exactly.
Looking at it back like a couple of games ago, we'd be like, right, fair enough.
But that's what I'm on about the forward as well. Like the modern day forwards changing. It's not just about scoring goals. I think when you think about that Liverpool team, what Firmino, Roberto, I mean, what Firmino does for Liverpool, he doesn't just fucking put the ball in the net. I can't even remember the last time when he put the ball in the net, but it's what he does.
It's basically like Liverpool don't even play with a striker. They just play with Firmino in the middle, and he just comes everywhere. A bit weird
there, mate. A bit weird there,
but he's everywhere in the park, and Morelos was that at the weekend. He's creating chances, he's taking shots on, he's bringing people into the game. The link-up play, as you say, has been phenomenal, even in the Hibs game as well. I thought it was great. Morelos.
No, he's been top notch, mate. And I hope he stays, man. We're counting down the thing for the window to just fucking close.
Slam it
shut. Keep Morelos.
Get all these players shackled down. They're staying at Rangers. That's obviously the main thing. Keep Morelos at the club at least until January. You would hope. Never thought it would happen. Personally,
no, I never thought. I thought he was a goner, man.
We've done these episodes at the very start on about Morelos. It seemed as if he was away. He wasn't asked about anything, but seems to have changed the corner.
Something's happened for him to change his mind and realised, fuck it, I'll stay here and I'll prove that I'm a fucking top-notch player.
Exactly. And then off the bench, you had probably the only notable mention being Cedric Itten.
10.
We talked about
just
him.
About Haji, but obviously will hang me. See the runs he makes where he's like he goes to link up with somebody, but then he, you know what I mean, he does like.
Who's this, Haji?
Aye, like he'll go to like link up or something, and then he'll do a turn. You know what I mean? Like he'll see where he has the opportunity to shoot.
Aye.
See, instead of shooting, like he'll do a fancy and then he'll turn and then he'll pass it. I'm like, no, you dick, fucking have a shot.
He tries to complicate everything.
That's what overthinking it, man.
He's a frustrating player, man. He seems to be one of these that's going to go hot and cold all season.
I know, man.
But I'm still really waiting for him to go hot. Like, I'm waiting for that Hagi scene against Braga at home.
I think we're all waiting for that.
He set himself such a high standard to where everybody's expecting that now.
I think it's obviously the name that his father, obviously, because his dad was a good player or what have you, and so like, everyone's expecting him to be.
He's obviously got the name on him and all. Like,
the pressure, exactly.
So, still waiting for the best to come, Yanis Hagi.
It annoys me, man, because he'll make it, he'll link up with somebody, and then he'll get it, and then he'll do like a turn instead of shooting him. No, fucking have a shot, you dick.
Aye.
I don't know, but as you were saying about the big man Cedric hitting, it was really about him this game, I feel like.
Aye.
Him, Jones, like, it was about some of the. It's weird saying Jordan Jones is a new boy, but feels like it.
Honestly feels like he's just a new signing, and it's pretty much it, what this game was about. It was about players who've come under a lot of criticism, proving that they're valuable members of the squad. So,
I was impressed, man.
I'm very impressed.
I think this big boy, I hope he can just go on now and just fucking put the ball in the net as many times as he can, man. But that first goal was tremendous, man.
Aye. Between that and Jones gets my goal of the game. It's so hard to pick.
But you can't pick.
It's so hard to pick.
See, think about it. I would probably just say it was probably a second goal, mate, because he just taps in. No, Joe. No, it's difficult to pick, man. Like Jones's goal, it's tremendous. Morelos, Arfield, and then the ball, it's getting weed, man. No, but they're two top-notch goals anyway. As I say, that touch before he hits it is so important, man. And he fucking just buries it. So no, I'm happy for the big boy, man. As I say, like, people were giving him criticism. Do you know what I mean? After only, you know what I mean, coming off the bench and having like one start. So you kind of get on the big boy's back, as I say. I think he's fucking signed how many years? I don't know. Like, so fucking give the boy a chance. You know what I mean? I will always give players like a chance, man. You know what I mean? You always got to give them a chance when they've signed for the club. You know what I mean? That's what I'm on about. Over a period of time, that's when you get to judge him. We're all judging Hagi now because of what we've seen beforehand, and now what we're seeing, it's not up to scratch. You know what I mean?
True, aye. So, just players, a lot more to come, I think. And positive weekend. 3 points is the main thing. Still top of the league currently. Just a point clear. And then that's moving into Thursday, back into Europa League
Thursday
action.
night, Jack. It is going to be a fight.
That's going to be an absolute battle, I think.
And honestly. If you imagine, as I said, you imagine if fans were there, man, that'd be fucking
Don't make me tear up here.
Aye, I know.
Don't make me tear up, because just imagining that game at Ibrox with travelling fans for Turkey.
Yeah,
with like a full crowd full of Rangers fans on a playoff. Just nothing short of unbelievable that could have been. But obviously,
Morelos would probably have got himself sent off. Like he probably will get himself sent off.
Different times, no fans, none of the craziness that would have came in this game. Just the two teams on the pitch. But it's a hard one.
It's a difficult game.
It's a difficult game to go into, obviously. We're cruising against Motherwell, cruising against Willem II, to Galatasaray, who are probably going into it as the favourites. I guess they have to be.
Yeah, but they've got the bigger names. Obviously, Falcao.
So they've got players. They're on good form. They drew at the weekend against Fenerbahce, but apart from that,
mate, you know what I mean?
Apart from that, they've won every single game.
Have they?
Every game. So,
but this is what I'm on about. There you go. You're saying Galatasaray are probably the favourites, and watches it's the same as the last game, man. Everyone said, "Oh, Ingwer, Barton, like if doing fucking Holland or whatever." You know what I mean? Like,
and
then we came out and we're like, "All right, cool. Now we'll fucking show you how good a football team we are." You know what I mean? I just want a top performance for Rangers, man. But at home, it's weird to say, like, you know what I mean? There's no fans. But I hate it so much, man.
I know.
Like, it annoys me, but no,
makes me cry myself to sleep. I think. Exactly. Don't worry.
But I hope Rangers come out, they give a fucking positive performance. Even if we do go out, like we go out, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're playing a tough game, a difficult game. Probably a game that you look at it, like there's some good players in there, but I expect, like, you know what I mean, like the usual antics, like fucking dirty tackles and fucking crying to the referee about fucking that's a corner to us or something, you know what I mean? I don't know, I expect a difficult game anyway, Jack.
It'll be a physical game. Galatasaray aren't just a pushover to what Willem II are. Obviously, they're in good form as well. But they're an elite team. Like Galatasaray are a team you hear about all the time. They're always featured in these tournaments.
Definitely.
It's a good
Champions League.
It's a good test for a Rangers team this season to see if we can, on current form, beat a team like that. Could it be comfortable? Who knows? But the way I'm looking at it is if we can definitely go and beat Galatasaray at home.
Listen, as I say, I'm expecting for Gerrard in his press conference to be, their Champions League level team. He says that every time we play, like, like Porto are champion, which is true. These are Champions level.
These are teams that I didn't expect 5 years ago Rangers were going to be playing. So
that's what I want about. It's weird to be like, it's nuts, like, we're playing Galatasaray, but like that's where we should be. Realistically, we are, you know what I mean? When he goes on about Champions League, we're a Champions League level team, you know what I mean? Like, it's sometimes that annoys me where he's like, fucking Galatasaray. I know what he's doing, he's trying to fucking mental warfare there, you know what I mean? He's trying to get in their heads, you know what I mean? And make it seem like we're like a fucking, we are fucking Rangers, as I say. It seems weird.
We are fucking Rangers.
We are fucking Rangers. It feels weird saying that, you know what I mean? Obviously, something you'd see at an Albion, you know what I mean? When you're at the stadium, you know what I mean? Half time. We are Rangers.
Oh, no, that's all they've put up this season, all that Rangers Twitter. Just Morelos and the Hydro and all that. I'm like, stop that pattern, man. Just get winning football games. It's just pure stupid. But I'm expecting a tough game, a real tough game. But at the end of the day, I've got quite a confidence.
No, I'm confident. Listen, I don't know, you want to highlight some of their key players, sorry?
Their key players being like Falcao,
boy for West, what was it, West Ham?
Sofian Feghouli, Yunus Belhanda, Diagne's our striker, Arda Turan.
He's one that I'm expecting to go. Imagine him and Morelos pure fucking getting with each other.
I mean, you look at Falcao and Turan have had pretty good careers. Obviously, Turan kind of wasted his career with firing guns about and all that, did he not?
No, I think he did that.
Falcao obviously kind of ruined his career going to England, I think.
Well, that was a weird transfer, man, because he was so hangry when he was at Atletico and then he went to Monaco.
Atletico and Monaco, he was
Porto,
probably the best striker in the world at the time.
And
then he went to Man United. It just never happened. And
I wish he was the best striker in the world at the time. When he was at Porto and Atletico, an argument there, but I think the best striker in the world at the time was Suarez, mate.
There's a debate about that.
I don't know, mate. That's weird that it seems so long ago, but I don't know what we're talking.
Falcao was elite. Is he still elite though? He's obviously going to cause problems. So
I don't even know who's like their top who is their sort of kind of top goal scorer.
Fuck knows. I've got Ryan Babel and all actually.
I know. I forgot about him as well, man. He was at Fulham what seasons ago?
A couple of seasons ago, he was at Fulham. But who is their top goal scorer?
I have no idea.
I'm expecting Falcao. Falcao's got 3 for the season. Falcao's their top goal scorer.
With 3 goals? Nah, we're going to we'll take him, mate.
You think so?
We'll take him. Fuck that. But 3 goals is their top goal scorer?
As far as I can see on that, But it's just, as we keep saying, it's a team that carry a threat. It's a team, a team that will come over here and still be confident. Like, it's Rangers we're playing, whatever.
I just expect. I'm not going to lie, mate. I'm expecting us to win it. I don't.
So go for it. What's your score prediction?
I'm not going to fucking, as I say, mate. I'm not going to put Rangers down, man. This is our club. We're at home. You know what I mean? We've got the advantage, but if we there's no fans here.
Could play it in fucking the pitch down the street, man. There wouldn't be any much difference, but.
Well, I don't know. As I say, man, we play these kind of teams. This is what I'm on about. We came out and we put a performance in. We put hangman. I hope Morelos can score and get himself, you know what I mean, top goal scoring record, you know what I mean, for us. But as I say, I just hope we give a positive performance. I don't really like predicting going 2-0 Rangers or something. But if I'm to predict, man, I'd say a 2-1, 3-1 Rangers maybe.
I'm going to go 2-0.
2-0? I think they'll score at least, mate. They'll get a goal.
I'm going to be confident in their defence, just to what they've shown us for the Motherwell game. But it's the scary part, obviously.
But that's different, mate, because we're not playing a fucking friendly, as we said, the Motherwell game felt like. We're playing against a top level team, you know what I mean, with top level professionals, you know what I mean. So I do expect them to at least get a goal.
You think so?
Aye. Expect a fuck up for that.
Could happen, but I'm going to stick by 2-0.
2-0?
2-0. I'm going to.
You putting your betting on 2-0?
Morelos and Ryan Kent.
Morelos and Ryan Kent to get the goals?
Aye.
I don't know, mate. You put me in a difficult. I don't like no, but I'm sticking. I'm
a betting man then. No, you know, like predicting.
No, mate, because every time I bet, I end up losing money, don't I? No,
that's the art of betting.
I know it is. I don't really bet, mate. I would like to see Morelos get 2 and maybe fucking. I don't know. I can predict the Davis goal. I'm feeling like Stephen Davis. I'm looking.
His last goal was against Porto.
Was it? I was on a big. Well, I'll tell you who I want a big game for. Fucking Hadji. See if Hadji's starting. I know this whole fucking
his dad
played for him. He grew up supporting him. Part of. I don't care. You score the goal, you wee dick. You better celebrate it. I want you to celebrate. I don't care.
Nah, I expect Hadji to start. Don't know who he comes in for though.
Does he start? I don't think he starts after that performance at Motherwell. Sure, fuck Gerrard doesn't drop him, do? See if he drops Jones, I'll get half my nut at him, man.
Aye.
Yeah, Scouts fucking idiot, man. No, because it's not fair on Jones. See if he drops Jordan Jones and just to play fucking Hadji out in the right, out of position again. What are you doing, you dick?
To me, it looks like a thing that could happen because.
Oh, you're scaring me now, Jack. You're honestly scaring me
here,
man.
You know what Gerrard's like. Sometimes he trusts certain players in certain games and.
Don't play that wee fanny.
Does he trust Jordan Jones yet? In a European playoff?
Not if he's not getting them fucking games of football.
Who knows? But I don't see a reason how you could even drop Jordan Jones.
Does Barisic come straight back in?
Well, apparently he's carrying a knock, so depending on if he's fit enough, I wouldn't really want to risk him and then lose him for like weeks on end.
Exactly, especially to important games coming up.
So going through the team lineup, I expect
McGregor starts.
McGregor, Tavernier, Goldson, Hollander, Barisic if fit, Kamara, Arfield, Davis, Hadji, Kent, Morelos. I really...
Don't say Hadji. Why are you saying that, wee bastard?
I want Jones so badly to start, but I just... I feel in him
There's a conspiracy against this man if he does not start. I'm telling no, listen, look, for me it's the same team that played Motherwell. You just start them, just play the same team. How can you not, after a performance like that, play the same team? Maybe the big man comes in, maybe play 2 up top. I don't know. But now if you're going for the formations here, 2 up top, maybe go back to a classic. Something you hardly see 4-4-2 anymore, do you?
Nah, you don't.
No, he's got to start Jordan Jones. See if he starts Hadji, I'll go half my nut, man. That's no fair on Jones, man.
Nah, it isn't, because obviously coming back into the team making a positive impression, but just as I said, I think Gerrard will trust players more.
Aye, definitely is. That's what I'm on about. He trusts Goldson.
He trusts Hadji in Europe anyway, so I just can't see.
I don't know what he's going. If he better fucking score if he starts then, because that's no fair, man. That's honestly, you've actually really just fucking sprung me there, man. Don't drop Jordan Jones after that, man. Imagine he does. Imagine he doesn't even make the bench.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, just see with the way that it's been with Jordan Jones, would not be surprised. But he'll be involved to some degree. But
imagine fucking Gerrard's like that to him, right here. Listen, you need to go wear the fucking Corona kit and go and test again. You know what I mean?
That's probably what he's been doing all season.
Probably, no doubt. He's probably been telling them cut the grass and that. You might play football, cut the grass. Fucking better no drop him. But no, I expect the Rangers win, mate.
So 2-0 and 3-1, obviously. Let us know on Twitter or that. We'll obviously put up...
yeah, you get involved in the Twitter peeps, as Jack would say, get involved.
We'll put up a
prediction.
A post near the time of the game, but that's our predictions, so we'll stick with them.
I'm sticking with it, mate.
And then, obviously, at the weekend, football as always, Premier League.
Well, that's usually what happens at the weekend, mate. Sports usually take...
Whatever.
Right, sorry then, mate. Sorry.
Right.
Just before we go into this, can we give a shout out to my man Andy Halliday, who got himself a club finally?
Oh, the open goal loyal. Aye. Shout out, obviously, to Andy Halliday, moving to Hearts. Didn't think he was going to get a club, to be honest with you. I thought he was just going to be on the radio.
I thought he was just going to be one of the, just done in a pundit.
But it's the kind of move I expected for Halliday. I thought he was going to go to like a Hearts, Kilmarnock, St Johnson kind of team like that.
There's nothing against him, mate, to be honest. Like, it's what it is, mate.
Just a good guy, Andy Halliday.
Aye, good guy. Kind of guy you would want to share a fucking pint with down at the pub.
Aye. So, if Andy Halliday is listening now, more on.
Aye,
on the podcast,
more on, mate. More on.
No, but aye, good to see him.
No, it's good to see him. Aye.
So
but aye, Premier League football, mate. Premier League football was 7 penalties, wasn't it?
Premier League football is just insane at the moment.
It's insane.
It just doesn't seem that there's any football. It just seems like it's always stuff popping up, but if it's like VAR, the new penalty rule. It just seems like the football's always getting overshadowed by something else.
The actual game nowadays does seem to get overshadowed by the kind of like antics that happen.
Nah.
And the Spurs game anyway.
The Spurs game for one, just Spurs dominating the game, even only at 1-0. Newcastle were never ever in the game, and then Eric Dyer jumps up, it touches his hand, where his back is turned to the ball.
His back's turned to the ball.
And obviously with this new thing, they need to go and check the screens, and he gave it as a penalty. I couldn't not believe it.
Like, I know people were saying it's like, I don't know what it's. People were obviously, some people were saying, well, pundits were saying like when you jump up, fucking, it's impossible not to jump up with your hands out like that. Which is,
I mean, you can't just sit with your arms.
I know you can't fucking just do like a fucking penguin.
You're in a battle with whoever it is.
It was ridiculous to get it as a penalty, but under the new laws and all that, like, guess it's a penalty. It's fucking ruining football. But I knew, it's like the gear at Mourinho's fucking storming down that tunnel. You know what I mean?
Nah, just
it's sort of like fucking like Newcastle are just like a boring bastard team, man. Like, they've got one exciting player, Max, like Saint Maximin, who for me, like, mate, dude, just fucking leave. Like, you're not gonna do it in there. You know what I mean? Like, Newcastle are just, it's sad because, you know what I mean, Newcastle are a big club. You know what I mean? But nah,
just one of them. They didn't deserve anything for the game.
No, they didn't. If you're if you get Andy Carroll playing a game of football,
I mean, Steve Bruce even said it, and he's
match reaction. Steve Bruce, man, for being honest like that, man.
Any other team who got this decision would be over the moon, considering how we played. But it's just, it doesn't feel right.
No, it really doesn't feel right, man.
And with being in like the 97th minute again, it's just.
Well, I mean, you want to talk about penalties being given when the fucking game finished.
Man United
game. Fucking Brighton deserved to get something out of that. I don't know if you watched that game.
No, they hit the bar about 5 times or something, did they know?
Something like that, but they were playing some good stuff, man. Fucking, what's his name? Marsh, innit? Whatever his name is.
Marsh?
What's his name? He scored the goal for them.
Solly March?
I don't know, right? I'm fucking...
Big Solly boy?
No, mate, he should have buried like 3 or 4 of them. But no...
Trossard and all, he had a few.
He had a few. Ben White, he get made like a muppet, man.
Still salty about him, aye?
I'm not salty about him, mate. I think he's a fuck. No, I don't. I'm happy for my boy. You know what I mean? But
you rocking out your cock out, aye?
Aye, I'm alright. I'm rocking out my cock out, mate. He's proper. No, but Rashford, that was a great goal. You know what I mean? That's what I'm on about. Like, Rashford scores a great goal, and it's over fucking shadowed by what happened.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Being that Neil Mopey gets a penalty, and.
He's away a penalty at the fucking.
He's gloating basically.
Crybaby. See if I was in that Brighton thing when that was given. First player I'm like, fuck it. I'm going for Harry Maguire. Fuck that prick. I can't stand that bastard, man. I cannot stand him.
Harry Maguire's got to build his reputation up again.
I don't care
a lot of people are against him now.
Nah, he's a fucking dick, man. I just don't like him. And then fucking obviously. My boys get the Derby win, winning the Derby, the Yorkshire Derby.
90th minute. Well, no penalty this time though.
What are you talking about penalties for?
I'm talking about.
No, I know. We usually get a penalty, I know, but it's not even that. I'm sorry. I'll go back to it. I don't care. Liverpool, Hingway one's not a penalty. The fucking one where it bounced off Hingway's fucking. You know what I'm on about with it bounced off his hand. Trent does it all the time. The fucking Hingway one at Fulham. I know what you're on about. Fucking. We've talked about it. I'm not getting into it, but fucking my boy Patrick Bamford is proving everything wrong. He's putting the ball in the net.
I mean, he's had stints in the Premier League before where he just hasn't cut it, but in this Leeds team, he just seems like the main man.
Do you know why, mate? Because he's got somebody believing in him for the first time in his life. Marcelo is believing in him. The team, it was more about goalkeeping, really. The goalkeepers for that Ramsdale's usually fucking shite, but made some tremendous saves. Dallas' shot and fucking Luke Aylin's shot were both unlucky. And then Mesley just fucking saved everything, man. It was going his way. So, no, it was a good performance, but Liam Cooper was solid on his 200th appearance. But no, I was just happy we get the win. That's what I was just saying.
Tough place to go to and get a result on it. So.
Well, I mean, saying that, maybe we did beat them when we played them in the Championship 2 seasons ago.
Championship's dug meat, but
it's same two teams playing each other. There's no real difference in it.
But you're looking at these teams coming up for the Championship. Leeds obviously making a positive impression,
right.
And then Fulham.
Fulham are fucking dug meat, man. Fulham are down. Fulham are down. Tony Khan going on fucking Twitter and apologising and saying,
we've tried to sign players.
We're going to get 2 centre. Imagine being in the centre halves at the club and going about the owners.
Imagine your owner tweeting out like, "Oh, we're going to sign players on Twitter."
Exactly.
Why is that? And it should be broadcasted.
Nah, mate. You stick to the wrestling, mate, and fucking sell fucking Fulham because
it seems like just a daft thing to do.
No, it definitely
getting beat at home 3-0 off Aston Villa.
Villa are a good team, but like
they've got great players, aye.
Jack Grealish is a good fucking. Like, they had a good fucking game. I watched it, mate. It was a good.
But it's just even.
Fulham are fucking that. They're just awful, mate. Relegate them, man.
They're down already, anyway.
I was shocked to see West Brom fucking winning 3-0 against Chelsea. I was like, what the fuck, West Brom? You'd think it would be right thing, mate. And then they brought the game back, and it wasn't the big fucking spendy signings for Chelsea. It was the youth that they've fucking brought through. Mason Mount,
Odoi and Abraham all
scoring. So,
it was a good comeback for Chelsea. I mean, I don't know what's Thiago Silva's. We've seen it on Twitter. Best performance was at Glasgow. So, I just expected a lot more by this for Chelsea so far, but.
No, but that's what I'm on about. I can't believe I've predicted them to fucking. I went, Chelsea win it. What the fuck was that?
Do you know? I think I've made an even worse decision. I predicted City win the league.
Oh well, I mean that is
obviously losing 3 penalties again. But even still, 5-2 at home.
I know, but that defense is so vulnerable, man.
See, Barcelona can take Eric Garcia if they want. That would be my message to him. He's nothing that City should even have, really.
Do you not think he's any decent?
Don't think he's that good, no.
That's what I know. People are hyping him up, mate.
Highlighted to me by that game there. Ake gets a goal, but really, City, he seems like more of a sub-centre back for them.
For Manchester City, you know what I mean? Like, I just think City are on the decline, mate. Like, they've went for fucking Tory Silver Company to fucking
it's poor.
I don't even know, man. Like, how much money has he spent on defenders again? Was it?
Don't know if it was over 200 million. It has to be more than that. Over 400 million now.
No, it's ridiculous.
Because they've just signed Ruben Diaz for Benfica for €72 million or something like that. So
and Otamendi's went the other way, hasn't he?
Otamendi's going to be leaving. And then you look at who he signed: Kyle Walker, Mendy, Danilo,
50 million players, man.
Laporte, all these centre backs,
and they've got nobody up front as well because Aguero's injured and Jesus is out. So
and
they come play Leeds next Saturday. So we'll be on them. We'll be on them like a hawk.
I mean,
Patrick Bamford for a hat-trick.
They're there for the taking, by the way.
No, I know I say that, but jokes aside, like, it's going to be a difficult game. City are
having a rough time.
No, they're having a rough time. I know you put up on the Twitter about Ollie maybe getting sacked at Christmas. Probably could realistically still happen. I wouldn't be shocked if Pep just walked away or something happened. There's like mutual agreement. Pep leaves. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, there's a couple of managers you're looking at already. Like Scott Parker. If Fulham want to stay in, got to get the chop, get them the fuck out. Or just that full team. I think everybody's just looking at 3 games in, they're like, just relegate them now, just because we know they're not going to do anything. Like Sheffield as well, Chris Hingway will lose his job. I don't think West Brom will sack Hingway, but you never know. I don't know. It's Slaven. You never know. He might get the sack, he might not, but I don't know, man. It's been the other games as well with fucking like Mourinho. I don't know. I mean, you look at some managers and you're thinking like, but Pep for me is one I'm looking at right now, and I'm like, you could walk. Like, this could end badly with him, man.
Because it's a team that demands so much, and
we all know what City want. Like, they want the Champions League, and realistically, they should. For me, like, they should have
had it by now.
They should have been in that final for me.
They get beat off Leon.
No, exactly. But that's Pep's arrogance to have players on the bench that should be starting the game. It's just, I don't know.
Sometimes that lets him down, I think. And just the fact that he's been there for that long and he's not been able to actually build a good defence yet, with the amount of money he's spent, with the amount of players at his disposal, and he still can't It's not happened yet.
I know, I can't fucking...
Obviously, there's been that problem where he signed Benjamin Mendy to be starting left back and he's just been injured for like 4 years.
I know, constant.
Company leaves, Otamendi's just faded away. Kyle Walker's been pretty good. Probably the best defenders recently, Kyle Walker. But
I was saying best defenders, but again, the fullbacks are just going forward, aren't they, man? It's not really defending.
It's not what I expected in Man City. Let's be honest.
But that's what I expect from my boy Jimmy Vardy, Jack, because Jimmy Vardy helping your boy in fantasy football. I'm just saying.
Plenty of points.
If you don't have Jimmy Vardy in your fucking fantasy football, then do you really know the English Premier League? Because Vardy doesn't not score in the league. So.
I guess so, aye. But just one and all. 34 years, 33.
I don't care how old he is, mate. He's still putting the ball in the fucking net. Honestly, that second goal we scored was sensational.
Oh, so sweet, aye. Just like James Maddison's as well.
Aye, yelled to that goal. Remember his fucking free kick against fucking us?
Yeah,
Aberdeen.
Aye, we made Maddison the player he is.
Fuck off, no, we didn't. Brendan Rodgers, no, we joke.
But aye, and then City obviously not having the best time, but Liverpool having a party.
Oh, your boys are having a party apparently. Mané, best player in the league. Is he?
Suffered debate.
I would say like Kevin De Bruyne. Right?
De Bruyne.
De Bruyne's got to be, man. De Bruyne, just watching De Bruyne when he's having I've fucking seen Konski stick tail at De Bruyne fucking about stupid stuff anyway, but Sadio Mane, man, is just what a football. Unreal.
Honestly unreal.
So
Sadio Mane, the best football player in the world.
So what is your thoughts?
Fendi knows that video.
Aye, well. what is your thoughts on the game then, man? Do you think Arsenal,
Arsenal are a team in form still. No, Arsenal are a team that they come to Anfield. I'm still expecting Liverpool to win the game, but they've beat Liverpool the past 2 or 3 times they've played, and then Liverpool dominated the first half an hour of the game, but due to one mistake for Andy Robertson, there's a goal away already. But Liverpool just respond straight away and then score 2 goals in the space of 10 minutes after that anyway, and then we're comfortable.
I just think he's played he's looked pissed off. It felt like, don't know. I think Liverpool are still being disrespected. I think there's people that are still disrespecting this Liverpool team. How can you not respect what Jurgen Klopp has transformed? You know what I mean? What he's done with that team. You know what I mean? He hasn't blown.
It was an average team when he took over. It was so average, and that season, obviously, when he was taking over, just until he got his own players in, is when he really started obviously building the team you see now.
But it's such an impressive team, man. There's not one area on that part now that uses there's no weakness in that Liverpool team.
And then if you look back at our last sort of title push in 2014 under Brendan Rodgers, the problems was always the defence and the keeper. The attack was scintillating every single game with Coutinho, Sterling, Suarez and Sturridge and all that at the time, but the defence is what lost us that league that year. And the goalkeeping not being good enough. But now, fast forward 5 or 6 years and Liverpool are the most informed team you see.
One of them anyway in world football. But I thought Gomez had a great game. In the Arsenal game, I thought he was tremendous.
Gomez and Van Dijk, Fabinho again, showing just such an under the radar player that for me he's one that I give my praise to every single week. I think he's a great player. Does his job perfectly all the time. Salah, greedy.
He's greedy.
He's very, very greedy. Getting in the way of Jota, obviously. Just taking any shot he can at any time. Obviously, he wants to score goals, but I think sometimes there's a better option on the card.
Aye.
But
you get that, mate. See, but his argument would be, but when you fucking came to Liverpool and you fucking won the league and you've won Champions Leagues, you get to be greedy, you know what I mean?
True.
I don't know, man. I just think your team are so impressive. I know we made our predictions and we said, fucking this team.
I wrote Liverpool off, but 2 signings, the way they're playing, I don't see any way.
I reckon you could go unbeaten. I won't lie.
I don't see any way Liverpool don't win.
I think it's. See, after watching that, I was thinking myself, well, it's over. I don't think there's. I know there's a long way to go. Obviously, European football's to come back as well in terms of Champions League. But I just don't see MD beating that Liverpool team. Maybe Leeds.
Honestly, I think it'll be a tough game.
No.
Because it showed, even at Anfield, it'll be a tough game. So that's one I look forward to. And I just look forward to watching Liverpool play football all the time because it's just a joy to watch.
That's the way I feel when I watch Liverpool Leeds, man. It's like, you can't wait to watch it, man. The team always... I know sometimes, I don't know, man. Sometimes, like, the derby there, man, it was like... wasn't our best because I know Marcel sort of went to fucking match what Sheffield's play. It didn't play our usual game, which can be a bit of a hindrance sometimes where you're like, just played a normal style. But in that game, he sort of went for a tactical battle against Chris. Fucking, what's his name again?
Chris Wilder.
Aye, fucking crying. Muppets like fucking Banford and all that. I'm not going to get into it, but no, fucking, he's a cunt anyway. Everyone who use our cunts in that league. No, I'm joking. But no, I'm just happy for Patrick, man. I'm happy he's fucking the first Leeds United player to score 3 goals in the opening start of the game. So at least he's got a bit
positive starts for both our English teams. And obviously, as we said at the start of the segment, like, a positive weekend of football again. A lot of good things happening, but just overshadowed by this penalty rule. And do you think it has to go?
Aye, mate, it has to. Aye. But it won't go back. They'll just get this. My problem is the Premier League's trying to become like an American sport. You know what I mean? Like, fucking the way that NBA and like all them kind of sports
try to become.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. Seeing the Champions League final, and then you've got fucking like Dua Lipa singing and all that. You're like, the fuck is this? It's not fucking the Super Bowl. This is Champions League. This is 90 minutes of football. You know what I mean?
I do understand what you mean by that. Like, they'll try to commercialise it as big as they can to make it.
And it's annoying because not only with this fucking like VAR and all this part of it, like, when your team scores a goal now, you don't know whether to celebrate or not. You know what I mean? You're taking the passion, you're taking the enjoyment out of the game with that shit.
Even when they're offside nowadays, the linesmen don't put the flag up, so you could be there scoring and then you've got to wait to celebrate. It does take a lot of weight away from it. Like, I mean, scoring that 90th minute winner.
I know, it's fucked now.
And you're sitting about like, oh, can we celebrate or not? And then you celebrate and you're like, oh, yeah.
You know.
Like,
No, mate. It's one for me where it's stop fucking about with football, man. It's football's for the people, you know what I mean? It's not fucking... it pisses me off, man. There's people that are hanging in football that have never kicked a fucking ball, you know what I mean?
In their life.
And it's fucking annoying, man, you know what I mean? You don't fucking...
Plenty of effings coming out here. Plenty.
I'll tell you fucking more. No, I'm joking. I feel like it's frustrating, man, you know what I mean? Same way like in Germany and that, I've seen that like there's fans in stadiums and shit, man.
Aye.
Let fans in now, man.
It's just Germany and all that surrounding countries have probably handled all this situation better than...
I don't know, but look, I definitely a lot hang me in that, but look, at least up here, fuck it. I don't give a fuck about it, like, hang me, but at least fucking allow fucking some fans back in at Ibrox and that, you know what I mean?
That's what I think that's what they were going to do until it got as bad as it has again. It's just, it's a shame because we were on the road to obviously that happening, but it'll happen at some point again, don't worry about it.
Well, 6 months fucking later, mate.
I don't think we'll see fans in the stadium this season anyway.
No, I don't think we will. That's the frustrating thing about it, because obviously they're talking about like non-league clubs and all that fucking losing money, and then not only money, but what might fucking fade away, like fucking lower leagues and all that bad. But it's mate, it's crazy, man. It's a crazy time at the moment, obviously, but it's just man, it's annoying. It's just annoying. I want the fans back in there. I know we've got the Old Firm obviously coming up, and we'll hang about that, but it's nuts to think that we're going to watch fucking Rangers and Celtic with no fans, man.
Aye. To even just comprehend that, like how?
I know.
How is that? It'll work because you, as I said.
No, I'm interested.
We'll hear all these shouts. We'll hear the abuse in the park and all that. What's getting said, the tackles, the aftermath, and all that kind of thing. I'm excited for, but without the fans and all that, there, it's kind of.
It's another game.
Aye.
And that's the Old Firm is not just another game. It's the biggest, for me anyway. It's the biggest derby in the world, man.
The world, it has to be. For me, I know.
You know what I mean? There's nothing like an Old Firm. I know they'll say, "Oh, fucking Barcelona throwing a pig head on at Real Madrid's park." Fuck off. Who gives a fuck, man? What the fuck you throwing a pig head on a park for, you cunt? I don't know, man. It's just frustrating, but
we live in a frustrating world at the moment. It's just the way
frustration.
things are.
Fucking every cunt's feeling frustration.
We've just been getting on with it. No fans, and just watching it on the telly. It's been alright, but obviously the quicker we're back, the better. And in terms of that, is there anything else you want to talk about in today's episode?
No, really, mate. I know it might. Listen, if it's not the best episode, it's not the best episode. Sometimes that happens, but listen, look, just want to say that we appreciate everyone for fucking listening.
1, 2, or 50, or whatever, however many viewers, appreciate it. Just keep on sharing about the podcast.
Hi, and obviously the Instagram.
A bad distraction happening out here. What's that all about?
You know, mate. I know.
Are you getting circled by
I don't know. Man? Fucking.
Nah, it's alright, but
for the day after us.
Just keep sharing about the podcast. We'll keep making it available. Follow the Twitter as well at every other Satu one. And that's about it. So
yeah, Twitter and Insta. That's about it, mate. These fucking cunts are about to get scalped.
I'll see you later.
See you later on.